I was leading a breakout group for 8th grade guys. I opened up to any questions that the guys might have, and one student who was a guest from a Catholic faith background asked me about condoms and asked if in church it was a sin to wear a condom. Another guy got confused, and he finally asked, "Why would you wear a condom to church?" What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Youth Group Chronicles. Joining me in the studio, Gabe Cuomo.
What's up, y'all?
Isaiah said something probably stupid right before we started. And Isaiah Smallwood.
Yo.
If you're new to this podcast, this is where my guests blind react to crazy, wild, jaw-dropping stories that are sent into the show. So let's kick this off with a story from Julian. Julian said, during the worship set of our youth service, a larger boy started sobbing loudly during worship to the point of yelling.
We don't like being called large. Or big.
Husky.
Or husky. Anything that makes
Just
us feel bigger, we just don't like it.
One of our new volunteers in a panic took him out to the foyer. And since I was in charge, I proceeded to go out to the foyer to check up on the situation. When I went out, I saw some leaders looking at me in horror as this guy was sitting and sobbing. A new girl who was recently saved and was learning to have boundaries had come over, squatted down with her head between his legs, and proceeded to rub his thighs up and down while interceding for him. It seemed that the closer she got to his groin, the louder he cried. In horror, I proceeded to take over and pray for him with my hands on his shoulders, but he didn't seem to like my prayer as much.
Yeah, no, of course not.
That's some special intercession right there. Yes, it is. Someone said, whoa, I just got on here.
Welcome.
Did he
get
close?
Sierra, oh my goodness.
What'd she say?
Just, I don't even know if I can repeat that. Sierra's my wife, by the way, and she said, nope, I'm not even going to say
in her session. That is
Sierra,
crazy.
I'm shocked.
I'm not mad. Great job.
Bravo.
That was phenomenal.
That is incredible.
Legit, I'm proud of her.
That was
I'm
really
proud.
good. That
Y'all
was really
make
good.
me proud. Like, wow, man.
Like,
I was gonna ask if he got closer to her. A part of him probably did.
Bro, he probably...
Okay, next story.
He grew.
He probably could never go near her again.
You can't spell resurrection without erection.
Yo, this person, when they wrote in, they said his hands weren't the only thing raised during worship that day.
Come on now.
Guys, if you have stories you want to send into this show, you can send it to stories at ygcpodcast.com. What'd you say?
He said bro's got Riz.
He does.
Listen,
he's got the Holy Spirit Riz.
Yeah. Something about him, Rose. Let's go.
Matt said, I was leading a breakout group for 8th grade guys, and it was following a talk about sex. I opened up to any questions that the guys might have, and one student who was a guest from a Catholic faith background asked me about condoms and asked if in church it was a sin to wear a condom. Another guy got confused, and he finally asked, "Why would you wear a condom to church?"
Okay, story time.
Oh, no.
One time we had the conversation, and 3 of the boys in here were here for this. One time we had the conversation of sex, and the question was...
You guys were there for this?
The question was...
They asked the question.
When is too far too far?
I remember this. So you already told me
And
this.
this young man hollers, "When you're hitting it raw."
This is in a youth group small group, by the way.
Youth group, small group,
Yeah.
Very, very like
Intimate.
close. I won't say intimate because that's crazy.
Yeah.
But very close.
Not for the story.
Not for the story.
It was not meant in that way, okay?
Listen, you gotta-
That's crazy. But he was just like, "When you're hitting it raw," and I was like, "Yes, you
Too
are
far.
absolutely correct." But half of these kids don't know what that means.
That's
weird.
That's when you mix
that.
the saved shelter kids with the kids that have not grown up in church.
Absolutely.
That is
that
youth
man
group.
said, "When you're hitting it raw," I was like, "Yes, you're right."
That is one
That
instance.
is
yes.
when It is wrong. That is when enough's
Maybe not
enough.
the line, but that is over it for
Hitting
sure.
it raw is crazy. That's the wildest thing. That man said, when you're hitting it raw. And what made it worse is when he talks, he has like this scruffy voice. It's like,
Do I know this kid?
when you're hitting it raw. And I was like, this is crazy.
You know, kids went home. They're like, "Hey, mom."
He said, when you hitting it raw. I was like, this is crazy. But no, we love the kid. Honestly, he's grown up to be a great man. All of my young kids, my youth group kids, grew up to be great men. And it's amazing.
Yeah,
So,
what? 3 of them are here, right?
yeah.
All you
Three
were
of
in
them-
his small
Most
group?
of them are actually in ministry. So it's amazing.
That's a great
Yeah.
win right there.
really
Great
cool.
win.
For real.
This
Praise
is a
God.
story from Lincoln. He said, on the very first night of youth camp, my buddy walked into his cabin and saw boys passing around a stick of deodorant, taking bites out of it. That's the end of the story.
It's a dare. It's got to be a dare.
Honestly,
Because-
knowing middle school boys, probably not even that.
But listen, maybe I was just a different middle schooler. Once one person takes a bite and goes, ugh, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Or they're all like, no, I got to try it.
Whatever goes on the body shouldn't go in the body.
It's true.
True.
That's a good rule of thumb.
So, yeah.
Except for condoms.
Yo, Isaiah, you would be... Okay.
Oh, wow. Wow, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You're right.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
Cheesy Chase said, yo, Isaiah, you'd be proud of this. Listen to this. Someone on Instagram said they told someone in an online argument that Google is free.
Good.
Oh.
Good. Appreciate that. Because it is free.
You're getting famous.
If you... Nah, we're not going to talk about this.
Someone was
Next
like-
story, bro.
Someone said, was it Old Spice or Ocean Surf? If it was Old Spice and they were eating it, they probably have cancer now.
Dude, so-
because that is toxic.
Did you say that?
my God.
Or was that part of...
That was what I said. I'm just saying, if you are eating deodorant, there is some
that's
serious
crazy. Dude.
health implications.
So there was this one time, me and it was like a guy's youth trip. We went to
This is already bad.
we went to a missions base where like missionaries come and like chill for a couple weeks and then go back. And we
The safe house.
That's
a terrible thing to say.
it's fine. It's not the first thing that's
That's
been terrible.
wild.
Terrible on this episode. We had like the Las Vegas, like whatever happens at WEC stays at WEC. Probably shouldn't have said that name, but that's fine. But
That sounds
whatever
crazy.
happens there stays there. So this is privileged information. You're welcome, everyone.
Right. Whatever happens there stays there, except for the
Except-
Says it on a
1.5
podcast
million
with
views.
Except
60,000
for-
people
Right.
listening to it.
Except for 10 years later, then it's fair game. We had an initiation every year, and it was always different. Their pool was shut down for way too long, and this is in April, so frozen, like one
What
step
state is
above
this? What
frozen.
state?
It's Pennsylvania. It's
Oh,
down
so
near
it's
Philly.
cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So super cold. It's April, so it's like just thawed. So it's just as cold as you can think. And our youth pastor and children's pastor were leading this trip. And they were like, guys, the initiation this year is run across this huge yard
No.
into the pool, swim across the pool, and then run back. All of us are either in swim trunks, if you brought them, but you don't have a reason to. So 99% of us
No,
are in
this
our
is
underwears.
crazy.
Underwears.
This is crazy.
We
This is crazy.
This is the most youth group thing I've
This
ever
is
heard.
crazy.
we sprint across this field at like 11 p.m. because we don't want it. We're not supposed to be in there. It's very obvious and evident that we're not supposed to be in there. We get in, we swim across, and like I can't breathe because it's so cold. I'm like, and we get across, we run back, and we're like, bro, there's no way somebody didn't see us. There's no way. There's just 15 little boys just sprinting across the field. And then the next day we're having like this, like it's like a sandwich circle. Like you'd say one good thing, one, yeah. And this guy that like lives there and works there goes, yeah, no, a cat died in the pool. This
cat?
year. And then
Was it still there?
It was not that we felt.
Oh.
And our youth pastor leans over and goes, I drank that water.
Oh, that's nasty.
See, we should have a segment on this white people.
White people? White People Chronicles?
Like things white people do.
He was actually Spanish, if that makes it any
No.
better.
Yeah, all right. Spanish. This is crazy.
Someone said we need a Bible College Chronicles. Yeah, Bible college kids, crazy.
wild.
They all have their licenses too, so they're driving. So it's even worse.
Yeah.
They're doing dumb things.
Tragic.
If you guys do have stories, whether you're listening to the audio podcast or on Instagram, you can email them to us at stories@ygcpodcast.com, and you might make it here on the show. This is from Kat. She said, one night for youth group, we were playing a game that required running in our pitch dark church.
Always a problem. Always a problem.
One person was running through the kitchen and accidentally ran into the sharp edge of our countertop. He ended up cutting his entire side open to where you could literally see his guts. That's crazy. That's cool.
If you live,
Yeah, if you live,
there
that would be
is
a cool
parts
story.
of your insides hanging on your outsides. Simple. That's
Yo,
what I...
actually growing up, there was a kid I know that fell out of a tree, and it was like a pine tree. You know how they have like almost like not nails, but branches that are broken off. They're like 3 or 4 inches long going down. His leg caught on one from his calf up to probably the middle of his thigh, and his leg flipped open.
Nope.
And no blood. He was able to walk back to the house because his body was like in shock, basically. And he was like, "Hey, mom and dad, look." And then, look, I mean, could have killed him if they hit the right artery. So if your body's in shock, you might not die.
But how is there no blood? Is that what happens?
That
when
I
you're
don't
in-
know the
don't
medical.
think-
I don't know the medical explanation, but I know it's possible.
That's insane.
Someone explain it in the Instagram
Why was
comments.
he in a tree?
Why was he? He was climbing a tree, bro. He's a kid.
Why was he in
Did you
a
ever
tree?
climb a tree?
No.
Apparently, this is also white people stuff because I climbed. There was a tree in my
Dude,
backyard, dude. I counted how many times I climbed to the
Do
top
I
of
look
that.
like I climb trees?
I climbed every. We
Do I
lived
look
on a
like
mountain,
I can
dude.
climb a tree at this moment?
I think
Sure.
you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would because I'd never do it. Surprising.
don't
Jeffrey
think you know
said,
what's
"You gotta
surprising.
stop. I'm gonna faint here. I'm sorry, dude. My bad."
Yeah, nah, that's crazy.
Whenever youth group.
I was on my way to youth group one time, and I was going downstairs because the dryer had just finished, and I was hauling y'all like I was running.
Like you
and
were
the
when you were
stair,
running through
the stair fell
Was it
out
faster?
underneath me.
Oh, it
And when I
broke?
tell, remember when I showed you like my scar? It was like all the way up here,
Yikes.
and I literally had to catch myself because it's nothing but concrete underneath. Like, bro, it was bad. It was crazy. So, yeah, don't fall through steps.
Is that the moral of the story?
Yeah, no.
Moral-
moral of
okay,
the
I'll
story
take it in.
is
I'll take it to heart.
get
This
a
is
different
from
landlord.
This is from Josiah. He said, "We played a game at a lock-in where a person from each team had to run to the middle of a basketball court, grab a ball, and then dunk it in one of the hoops. Now these hoops were set at 6.5 feet tall, and during the game, I realized that another team was about to score. So naturally, I sprinted down the court to block the shot, which I actually did successfully. However, I accidentally clotheslined myself on the rim midair and had to get 4 stitches in my eyebrow." You want to know the story? That this reminded me of?
I always want to know a story.
When I was like 11, 12 years old, we went to the Globetrotters at the First Arena here in Elmira. I feel like everyone was probably at. Were you there?
I was
Okay.
there.
I went and there was a dunk competition in the middle of the arena. I mean, this place is packed. It was probably like 3,000 to 4,000 people, and I was so nervous.
That's
and
all
this
of
is
Elmira.
It was all, yeah, pretty much all. So I go out
And a little
in
bit of
this
corn.
dunk contest, and I'm like back, like
Half a
practicing with
portion.
one of the Globetrotters. They're like teaching you like some moves and stuff, and then they basically ship you out to the middle of the arena to do this dunk contest with like 3 people, and it's on like a Fisher Price like kids basketball hoop. So I go to do my dunk, and I like trip over myself and fall into the basketball hoop and just knock it the thing completely over in the middle of the arena. I literally wanted to die. I
course
was
you did.
so embarrassed.
You had a shot. You had your chance for fame, and you literally
I blew it.
You literally tripped.
No, I knocked the thing clean over. I was as embarrassed as I could possibly be. What?
Oh no. That was your moment of fame. You were gonna make it big.
You saw it. You were there.
I
That's the
did,
funny
apparently.
thing. You were there. You never even knew.
I didn't know who it was, and I was just like,
I don't
that
know if you
poor
went. I
kid.
think it may have just been me in bed.
I was probably mad that I didn't get chosen. I was like, that kid made it, but I didn't.
Imagine,
This is ridiculous.
Who's that loser kid out there?
Who's that loser kid? When I find their picture, I'll
Who
bring
was it?
it
Is
up.
it me when I'm like 12?
No.
Okay,
This is
I'll
a
read
camp-
another story
It's a
while
camp story.
while you're listening. This is from Austin. He said, during youth camp, me and the other leaders needed to talk to our youth pastor. We were down there for about 30 minutes when all of a sudden our other leader came to us and told us that one of the kids had just thrown up. So when we got to the kid that threw up, he was ugly crying. And when I asked why he threw up, he said it was because they were chasing him with underwear and then pointed to a kid. So when I went and asked that kid why he would chase someone around with underwear, his response was, they're not mine. So my next question was, then which weirdo gave you underwear to chase someone around with? And his final response was, I don't know. They were in the trash can when we got here. Nasty.
There are two reasons you throw out underwear in a public place. You peed your pants, or you pooped your pants. Those are
There's
the only
no
two.
in between.
There's
no
nothing
in between.
else. There's no other options.
There's no other options. That's crazy.
That-
That's disgusting.
No wonder the kid was crying.
Yeah, I would be. If that happened to me right now, I would probably cry.
Be in tears.
I'd be like, this is awful.
I never want to come back to this place again.
Bro, how deep is that picture in here?
Years,
What
bro.
picture is it
Years,
of
bro. Years,
anything
bro.
that I know?
No. This is
I
back
have this.
when. This is back when we first got to Columbus. We got involved in like this church out there, and they had this youth camp. They had this. They had this youth camp, and the last day of the camp, we would have like this fake like shaving cream war.
Shaving cream what?
War.
For some reason, I don't know why, my sister got shot in her face. But the camera got her literally bracing for the impact of the stream to her face. And she was like, and it was like picture perfect. I hope I find this, man. I need to find this picture.
What is it though?
When you find this
my
picture, let me know.
What is it though about like last day at camp just
Yo, it's the
absolutely
craziest thing.
absolutely
It's mayhem.
attacking people
It's
for
really
no reason?
mayhem.
There
It's,
was
like
Legit, man. Yeah, absolutely.
there was this one camp I went to. It was again an all boys camp because apparently that's the only thing I did when I was a kid.
that would be crazy.
And for some reason, all of the people, it was like cabins on the top of the hill, cabins on the bottom of the hill. And for some reason, all of the kids that I went with were like, dude, let's take these. And it was like sticks, like anything you can find that can hit people, grab it. And let's just go attack the lower cabins. And we just beat people.
Did they ever ban like pranks and stuff like that?
I only went like twice, and we did it both times. So apparently not. Apparently not. And yeah, we would just like, they would do it too, and they just let us. They were just like, yeah, you know what? Just go for it. No one's going to stop this.
Wait, you have this
That's
picture?
Incredible.
Let me see. Okay, I got to show everyone on Instagram.
no,
now.
you can't show.
Hey,
No,
what?
no. I will
What?
not do my sister like
Listen,
this.
you
I
did
will
it.
not
You
do my
gotta-
sister like this.
You'll understand when you see the picture.
Let me see. I won't show. You have people just leaving them hanging. I'm sorry for those on the audio podcast. You'll never see
I
it.
can't, bro. I can't.
Your poor sister.
I can't, bro. That is crazy. And for
Isaiah
some-
won't. I'm
oh
sorry, guys.
my
Watch
gosh.
won't let you see it.
It's fine.
No,
if
they're
you watch,
begging you,
Oh my
Isaiah.
God.
I'm sorry.
I can't.
Isaiah's
I can't.
call, guys.
it's fine. If you watch on YouTube, it might be on it.
Yes. You
I
have
mean,
to check out
it's-
YouTube. Youth Group Chronicles, guys.
Just show.
All right. I will show
Oh
Instagram.
my gosh.
Here we go. That's like Perfect timing. Wait, let me see if I can. Which sister? I don't. Okay, I know one of your sisters, but I don't know how many you have, and I couldn't recognize them from the picture.
So which sister is this?
He's
Sam?
about to throw hands.
Anne?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I figured. You only have one sister? Okay.
I have one sister. I have one sister.
Okay,
I have one
see?
sister that has been to New York that you guys know.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
you said that was in Ohio,
Oh
bro.
my gosh!
Come
bro.
on.
Oh my gosh!
Come
bro.
on.
Why would I tell y'all
No, he's
about
trying to
a
clown me.
Nah, I can't stand y'all.
Because it's a funny story.
Right.
You like telling funny stories. It doesn't matter who.
I
which
tell
Who
stories-
does that look like?
Right.
I
know
tell
who
stories
it was.
about my siblings.
I knew who
You know
it
what
was.
I mean? Like, who-
I'm not. I wasn't the one who asked. I knew who it was.
that's crazy.
Okay. Someone said they screenshotted it.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible.
The perfect moment. Yeah, you're right, guys. Someone said only in Ohio.
Oh, no, you're right. You got that one.
Literally Ohio.
Actually, it was in the Erie, PA.
That's
in
like
Erie,
equal
PA.
to
That
Ohio.
checks out though. That
It
checks
does
out
check
real.
It really does. It checks out when you think about it. Absolutely.
Someone said turn it into merch.
No, we're not doing that to my sister. Only if she can get some
Yeah,
percentages.
yeah, let her
Literally,
get some
that's
profit.
it. Literally, that's it.
She just
That
gets.
is the greatest
She just
photo
gets
in the
$3
world.
grand Venmo to her. I'm just like, what's this for?
That
Like, this is the
greatest
most famous
photo.
shirt we've ever got. That is an incredible photo.
All right, we will do a couple more stories here. This is from Cody. Cody said, one way we welcome in new students to our youth group is we give them a chance to make what we call our impossible shot, which is a 6-inch hole that they have to shoot a Nerf arrow.
Can we stop having initiations for youth group?
It's
and,
not
youth camp?
bad.
Like
No.
swimming through cat death water? Like that's
It was that
disgusting.
was black too. The water
That-
was like dark black.
Yo, before we go to this story,
Get
though,
your hand off
Isaiah,
me.
someone said you need to make that into a blanket and give it to her for Christmas.
That would be incredible.
Send me 500 and I'll think about it.
All right, I'm going to start this story again. This will be the one we close with.
Okay.
One way we welcome in new students to our youth group is we give them a chance to make what we call our impossible shot.
I hate it already.
Which is a 6-inch hole that they have to shoot a Nerf arrow in from across the youth room. But one night, one of our new students was getting ready to make the shot, and I was doing the usual youth pastor banter. Keep in mind, I knew the student's family background was German, so unfortunately what came out of my mouth without thinking was, you'll have no problem with this because you're German and you're good at shooting.
Nope.
As soon as I heard it,
Nope.
it was too late. Unfortunately, I don't think I've seen that kid back at youth group.
I get it.
I wouldn't go back.
I'd be like, all right, racist. That is wild. Like, I don't just think, just take a second. Just take a second. It will make your life so much better.
Emily said canceled. We'll wrap it up here. I appreciate everybody tuning into this episode and this podcast. Honestly, the podcast is blowing up. We are getting roughly 60,000 listens a month. Check us out on Instagram. Youth Group Chronicles is where we go live for episodes. If you have a story that you want to submit to the show, stories@ygcpodcast.com is where you can send them in. Check us out on YouTube, on TikTok. We are pretty much everywhere that you look. Thanks again, everybody. Gabe and Isaiah.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on the show, you guys.
Yes,
And we will
Thank
see
you.
all of you next week.
Catch you on the flip.